The beginning of the Tuskegee Area Chamber of Commerce was 50 years ago, June 1971. Recognizing this milestone, the organization has coordinated a series of intergenerational conversations where history and wisdom are passed like a baton in a relay race from one generation to the next.
Today I am joined by a local distinguished citizen of our community. She has built a successful law practice and went on to make history when she became the first woman elected to the 5th Judicial Circuit. She is also a former two-term president of the Tuskegee Area Chamber of Commerce, serving from 2010 to 2012 and again from 2012 to 2014. And for the record, I have to let you all know that we're both lawyers and judges, but we're here today for a different purpose, and that is to just have a casual conversation about her memories and leadership from her time as president of the chamber. So, Judge Biggers, what were your greatest accomplishments as chamber president?
Thank you so much for that question. When I was chamber president, I was lucky enough to be in private practice. Therefore, I had a law office. I had 2 secretaries. So I would have the calls that went to the office of the Tuskegee Area Chamber of Commerce forwarded to my law office. And I could answer all of the calls from individuals outside of Macon County who were interested in tourism, wanting to know what hotels were available, wanting to know what restaurants, things to visit. So about a third of my calls during my law practice were chamber-related calls. I also was able to enhance our visibility, the chamber's visibility in Macon County. One of the things that I did was I was concerned about Tuskegee not being a college town. So during my tenure, we developed a relationship with Tuskegee University where I got information about what kind of items the kids coming in to Tuskegee University needed for their dorm rooms. I got that list. I gave it to the local businesses so they could include those items in their inventory, and therefore the kids could shop right here in Tuskegee. Then I had the list of all of the businesses included in the information that Tuskegee University sent out in their freshman packets. So we were able to help one another. And another thing I got during homecoming, you know, when you go to Auburn during homecoming, all you see is blue and orange. So during a homecoming here at Tuskegee University, we had at least 40 ambassadors during my tenure. And they made crimson and gold bowls. And we gave those out to businesses to put on their door fronts. We also came up with a sign, they were yellow with red letters. Sometimes you all may see some of those around here now. Go Tuskegee. We sold those for the community to put in their yards and businesses. And we had a competition for the businesses to decorate their office fronts, to commemorate and encourage Tuskegee's victory during the football game during homecoming. And the Tuskegee News won. They had their whole door front, their windows decorated beautifully. And so another thing is that we had periodic eggs and issues breakfasts. And we also got our business community to sponsor business after hours. So it was just a matter of just increasing our visibility and operating as a chamber of commerce as best as we could do. All right, and one thing that I am very, very proud of, that I was hoping would become a tradition, we developed a Tuskegee Chamber of Commerce Christmas ornament. This is one, and you will see it has the Chamber of Commerce emblem on one side, and on this one it has Seasoned Greetings Tuskegee, Alabama, and it has the red tail. We had two during my administration, and the other one had the Tuskegee courthouse on it. So, Attorney Cole, since you took the time out to be here and interview me this afternoon, I'm going to give you that ornament.
Thank you.
And I was hoping that it was going to become a tradition and a collectible item.
We need to look at starting that, mention that. The chamber needs to start that back. That might be a special projects task.
And it was sold, by the way. People bought them. They weren't given away free.
Oh, that's cute. I love it. Okay, definitely. It sounds like you had a full 4 years, because it wound up being 2 terms, 4 years total, right?
That's correct.
Okay, an increase in accessibility, all of the amazing events you did. I remember the eggs and issues. So you told us about your accomplishments. Tell us a little bit about some of the challenges that you faced.
Well, some of the challenges that I faced was, of course, getting all of our businesses to become members. We had a lot of businesses who we had to write their corporate office in order to request membership, and they weren't as supportive as our local businesses were. But our local businesses, they were very supportive, and we had an interchange. When I was president, and I would just, whenever I go to a restaurant or a retail store, I would always ask the owner or the manager, how's everything going? Is there anything that the chamber can do to make your business operate more effectively here in Macon County? And they were very forthcoming. I was always having a membership application with me, and they would join. So the challenges was getting all of our businesses to buy into why the Chamber of Commerce is very important, not only for our community, but for their business as well.
Or what is your greatest hope for today's chamber?
My greatest hope for today's chamber is that we get to the point where we can have a paid staff, so that the work that needs to be done can be done. Our current executive director, Karen Hopkins, is doing a great job.
Amazing.
But she can't do it by herself. So we really need to generate some revenue so we can have a fully effective chamber and be visible not just in Macon County, but in the state of Alabama. So we want to be visible and let everybody know that Tuskegee Area Chamber of Commerce is here. We're effective, and we're here to serve you and benefit you as a business community.
What's your hope for the future for Tuskegee businesses and the chamber?
Well, first of all, I hope that we can recruit many, many more businesses, number one. I hope that our citizens will patronize those businesses, number two. Because in order for us to maintain and keep the businesses that we have here, we must support them. And then we must also be nice to our businesses. When businesses are doing a great job, congratulate them, thank them, make them feel like they are welcome here in this community, and we want them to stay. So that's not only a chamber function, but it's every citizen out there function to do that as well.
Very true, very true. As you know, we're celebrating 50 years of the chamber. Clearly, you made an impact on the chamber during your tenure. Or can you kind of sum up your perspective of those 50 years?
Well, during those 50 years, we're still here. With little or no resources, financial resources, the chamber is still here. So I envision for the next 50 years that we have even more support from our citizens. That means to patronize the businesses. I hope that all of our governmental entities see how important the chamber is to generate tourism, which generates into taxes, so that they will financially support the chamber. And I also hope that we can assist the Economic Development Association, which has been charged with the economic development, which is another avenue that the chamber has an interest in.
Well, I'm excited, and in listening to some of your accomplishments, I was taking notes of some things that we need to make sure are ongoing and if they have stopped, we need to pick them back up. So I'm going to be getting with Ms. Hopkins to make sure that we can make sure that your legacy carries on.
All right, I appreciate that, but it's more for the community. It's more for the community.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I just want to say I just appreciate this opportunity to share with the citizens and as we celebrate 50 years of service of our Tuskegee Area Chamber of Commerce. And let's not criticize our community. Let's not criticize our businesses. If you have a complaint, let's go to the managers in a respectful manner and say what your issue is so that they can be corrected. But let's not go out and badmouth our community and our businesses on Facebook and other social medias, because that does not hurt anybody but our community. But I want to thank everybody for their support that they are giving to our business community, and keep up the good work.
We truly appreciate it.
And thank you for having me. I thoroughly enjoyed it.